We're now in Hong Kong, Kowloon section, and where you see the tip of my pen. Hello.
Hi.
Okay, we're now in Hong Kong, Kowloon section, and where you see the tip of my pen is where we're located at the Holiday Inn. We've just bought this video. There's the whole section of map, and today we'll be just doing a little touring around. Okay, there's Kowloon. And which is a less detailed map of what you previously looked at. And this is the entire area of Hong Kong. And up in the right hand corner you'll see a map of the railroads and trains.
Services available to make your stay more enjoyable. With Spectra Vision, you don't have to leave your room to see Hollywood's hottest hit movies. And now, here's a closer look at the box office hits you can see tonight on Spectra Vision, where you can go to the movies.
Okay, Linda, tell us how you like Hong Kong.
I'm trying to figure out how to get this free channel 88, see what kind of a bill we're running up here. So I think I'll like it, but it's cloudy today and I want to go out in the water when it's sunny.
Well, how do you like the Hong Kong Island out there? Okay, now, what are the other questions? What else do you want to know? Stay till the 16th.
Will you come back next time?
Yes, if I get another opportunity.
Would you mind taking some photos with us?
I'm taking your photos right now.
You want to take some photos?
Yes.
Okay.
You want to take our picture, huh? Well, I got your picture.
Okay. It's probably a project they're doing for
Okay.
school.
Looks like a little sampan picking up trash out of the river. Everything seems to be quite clean.
Not the river.
Well, the ocean. Oh, it looks like there's fishing too. Typical street in Kowloon. Our Holiday Inn we're staying. Linda, can we move along? This is my favorite saying. My favorite saying is, can we please keep moving? This is the Holiday Inn.
Canh gì à?
What is it, Linda?
I haven't tasted it yet.
Is it good?
I don't know. It's different.
喂，俾杯嗰啲威靈茶。
What is that? What do you call it?
Pengo, hi. Pengo.
Oh, okay.
Pengo.
A nice little snail. And also, probably noticed the snails are moving around. That's what we're having.
坐嚟坐。後邊所有位嚟坐嚟。細粒領啊！
Food is here. Food is here. Your food is here. I don't know what you got.
Uh-oh. I didn't want a bowl. I only got...
Lead us into this meeting.
No, don't take me. I don't
你这个还在后面一点，不行啊。
Tapos ang He is Lord and then Father, how I love you.
there you see a green and white ferry just like the one we're on. Cost about $1 Hong Kong dollar, which is the equivalent of 16 cents to ride one of these. Off of the Daystar, Hong Kong. Are over in the Hong Kong side. Just come off of the ferry and the rickshaw man almost got Linda. But now we've recovered and there she goes. Well, this is the Hong Kong side. People just seem to be sitting around, having picnics and parties and going nowhere in particular. Making friends. Take somebody's food. All right. Picnic.
Thank you very much.
Hey, let's... Hello. Now, what part of the Philippines are you from?
Oh, I am from Isabela, Hawaiian Isabela.
And your name? What's your name again?
Nancy Velasco.
Okay, we'll always remember you because I've got you captured on picture. Hey, thank you for the beer. Thank you for the beer. I appreciate it. Yeah, and it's nice meeting Filipinos here in Hong Kong. We are leaving Hong Kong on the ferry again. These young girls are from the Philippines. anything you want, Mike. Let's see what else. Let's see. Well, I'll just have you all introduce yourselves. Now, you are.
I'm Alistair.
Okay, Alistair.
Peggy.
Peggy.
Twins.
And
Junior.
Walter.
and Walter. Our new friend.
With lipstick. All right.
Okay. Okay. Well, it was a delicious dinner. Let's see the remains here.
Fish head.
Oh,
Fish head.
fish head there. Oh, wonderful.
The pigeon.
And
Pigeon.
oh, wait, that's the pork.
The hot stuff.
Oh, the pigeon. The pigeon.
The hot stuff.
The noodles.
That is dry beaker with beef.
Oh, good, very good.
Pork.
And
Some
the pork
Veggies.
and veggies.
We ate most of
The
that.
All
rest we
marvelous. Just leaving Kowloon, taking a little bus ride. Here we are at the end of the line, someplace in China. Oh. Notice the laundry, it's Monday, wash day. This is a little food place near the bus stop, right underneath the bridge. Under this overpass here. Good looking food.
Jerry, he doesn't want to.
Okay, here we are. We're going to do a sweep view. That's scaffolding in China. Ends up on a hill. See that they just stick these poles right in those little slots that are... Okay, today we head for the Portuguese colony of Macau. Actually, it wasn't a colony. It was just ruled by the Portuguese and still is, and will be ruled for 50 years after 1999. In a two-government type of situation. It's the oldest lighthouse on the China coast. Park. It's in close to the Holiday Inn where we're staying. See all the flamingos. Very nice. We are now about ready to cross an overpass to take the jet boat to...
當意外發生時，乘客需保持陣 safety reasons, passengers should remain seated throughout the voyage. We are required to draw your attention to safety procedures to be adopted in the unlikely event of an emergency. You will find your life jacket dito ilustrado para o uso dos coletes de salvação. Pedimos a todos que...
Probably also heading for Macau. See, it's pretty foggy, so I've read the instructions on how to put them. We're still on the ferry and heading from mainland to China, I think. Quite a distance from Hong Kong. Still China on that side. Under construction off the outer island, and inside maybe you can see the other bridge through there. Macau.
From the Kowloon side.
Floats on air. Goes pretty fast.
An hour and a half ride.
Hour and a half ride was what, 40 miles?
Yeah, I think about 40 miles.
Here we are in Macau. Nicer building than Hong Kong. One of the oldest lighthouses on the Chinese coast. How was it? This is downtown Macau. Okay, from Macau we came offshore and a bus. Cost us 3.5 Macau dollars to come out here, which is about 50 cents. And we don't know what that big building is. We're going to walk over and see. But this is the ocean beach here. I don't know. I don't know what it is, hon. We're lost. But we're somewhere in China. And yes, this is a new Westin that just opened. And Linda's just landing. And I'm going to have a beefeater drive at the Westin. And we're out on one of the outer islands of Macau. This is the swimming pool here. And there's the old one. And here will be the hot tub. And down this way, the other part. This was the big building you saw earlier. View of this. This is not yet quite open, so we're just working on it. And it'll be pretty right on this little bay. You can see the hills in the background. Turned dark in Macau, and this is the harbor. We're heading for the inner harbor, where there's a nice little restaurant we hope to find. What you see over there is one of the casinos on the water, and this is some high-rises downtown. And then as you come around, you see over here probably a nice little Portuguese restaurant here. We're still in Macau, and some kind of family sport. Let's see if I can figure it out. Oh, don't know. Here you see the lights of the bridge, the inner harbor. Quite striking. There's Linda way up there. This is pretty charming. Little restaurants right on the water. Hope you like the Philippines. I hope you like Macau.
You like that? How many days are you staying in
Oh, we're going back today, tonight.
Yeah, we're in,
To Hong Kong.
yeah, we're staying
We're
in
staying in Hong Kong. Yeah.
Where are you resident, Selma?
We're from USA, Washington State.
I don't know. There's the lighthouse. Oldest lighthouse on the coast of China. That's a hovercraft over there. We're in our water. We are waiting for our hovercraft. This is the short. This is the end of our trip to Macau. We're now back in Hong Kong and trying to figure out how to get over to the Kowloon side. Okay, we are now in immigration. Where do you want to go?
I don't know, but it's kind of
is Linda learning to speak Chinese. He does not speak. This is a little public market. It says temporary, but it looks very permanent. Lots of good stuff in it. Board that hovercraft, about an hour ride from Hong Kong. We're in the new China's territory along the south shore. And this is kind of a pretty place. But you can see it's very residential so far. There's the old one. Light rail. The light rail. Little kids beat each other. Miles and miles of houses. High-rise family dwelling houses. This is clear out into the new China territory. Everything seems quite modern though. Clean. Downtown area now. Still on our light. Fire sunlight. Construction project.
On Castle Peak Road, heading south, back on down to Kowloon.
Okay. We're on the top of the double-decker bus, air conditioned. Off of right there. Little construction project going on. Lots of construction. Some kind of little building. We're about halfway back. Singing. More construction. Thingy Island. closer to Hong Kong. Many high-rises. Resting. Orient Express. Orient Express going right under. Hope to be able to get on that from China.
We're in Sam Shui Po.
Now you think we're in Sam Shui Po, or you know we're in Sam Shui Po?
I think.
Frequently wrong, but never in doubt. Sam Shui Po. What? Temporary market?
Nam Chang.
Oh, the one we were in yesterday.
I don't think so.
Coming to Hong Kong.
Sam Shui Po, yeah, we're in Sam Shui Po.
Oh, good one. Sam Shui Po. More construction.
And then it's Jordan next.
Open. Having a little bit of San Miguel. Dim sum.
Dim sum.
What is that?
Dim sum is little food packets that you buy on the street vendor corners.
What, was it any good?
It's very good.
Very good.
And lots of little things and good tasting things.
Crispy critters?
No.
Oh, what looks better, Linda or these Peking ducks? And look at those neat little critters there. Now there's some on-us foods if I ever saw them, little pigeons. But I'm sure they're just delicious as can be. And once more, this is Linda doing her favorite thing, looking for perfume. Just like she doesn't have enough already. It's just wonderful. She's in heaven here. Oh.
Try like that. It's just me.
Oops. It's the south side of Hong Kong Island. This is the south side of Hong Kong, and it's a little fishing village, or an old fishing village of Stanley Park. somebody's little house right here. Little house. I've moved down just a hair and I'm taking a swing shot. Of the harbor. Stanley Park. There she is, the bag lady. Working on a boat. This is housing. So it's Stanley Park. In a new modern little house here. We're on Stanley Road, taking a picture of the same little beach. We're just leaving Stanley Park. Royal Hong Kong Yacht Club. We're out on the balcony. And right down here, you can see the start line. Out there, the other end. Sweet Panorama. Looking over across from Hong Kong Island. Here's a little breakwater. There's a few sampans. And all the yachts sitting in there. Little statue. More yachts. And it looks like they're preparing for a race. Eating and pretty slick, isn't it? Got the yacht club. Hong Kong Yacht Club. Leaving Hong Kong Island, we're going out to one of the outer islands. Now, that is where the hovercraft came in from Macau. Is there islands looking on the other side of the ferry? I guess that's Flynn2. Chow. These are work boats in the harbor. These are just a little different, It is the kind of, I need tires all the way around my boat. Go to the temple, my dear. Ciao, we've just reached the end of the line. It's just a quaint little Chinese village on a little island. And we're just taking a little hike, and Linda just loves it. baking oven inside of this. Where are we now, Linda?
King Chow still.
What?
King Chow.
This is how easily that guy moves the boat with just that little back oar. Takes very little motion. Spins it right around. Ready to go back. Background around the sailboat. Nice sailing area here. Little dog is trying to get some milk. Huh? On the Orient Express. Still on new territory. Hey Linda, tell us what you're seeing here. Did you hear that? This is because of the Chinese New Year, they throw out all the old junk that they have, vases and little religious symbols, and they put it under this very old tree. And that's supposed to cleanse everything, and then they start the new year anew. And you notice I've got Linda put under the old tree too, so I can start anew with a nice Chinese wife beneath the old tree and getting ready. This very old tree and like a fireplace right underneath it. Got all this junk, and this will stay here. Nobody will remove it. Eventually, I suppose scavengers may pick it up. In fact, maybe I'll take something right now. Ornament would be nice on amongst my junk in Seattle, or perhaps this nice little vase for burning it and famming. And this is a typical house. You notice it's all tile on the outside. The whole wall is tile. But look at there, the plumbing is all out on the exterior of the house. Good thing it doesn't freeze here. There's your new house. For units are pretty secured with doors and that, and then you can see the Belfast railway station. paralleling a freeway, high-rise building. There you have the temple. Tiny temple. Go around, overpass. More modern construction. Tiny temple. Burning incense. Yeah. Why are you taking a picture of my belly button?
I am.
What about the temple up there? And you don't even know where it's at. You're all over the place. No, don't wave it all over and take pictures of it. Did you turn it off? This is where they put the ashes, and of course they have the pictures of the people. So you can see what they still look like. We're not sure why some of them have like fruit, apples, and oranges inside. Probably a good reason. Maybe it keeps you from being put in a box for a little. Burn incense. And of course, you sort of think this could be the crematorium. Big enough. Okay, here we are. Welcome home. There it is. And
Suzanne and Carolyn.
and there's our drivers,
Yeah.
Suzanne and Carolyn.
Emma May and Oliver. Beautiful
Tulips are really
balloons.
opening up now with the
And the tulips are, yeah, they're opening up, looking beautiful. So thank you all for the nice welcome, and thanks for getting us home.
Okay.
Getting ready.
Want to take them? Oh, it sits upstairs, huh?
Yeah, she's just getting ready.
Okay.
Are we here too early, Bob?
No, not necessarily, but we wanted to hear her early anyway, so.
See what's not ready?
I don't even mind the radio. We can wear a jacket on this side. Yeah. It's not real cool. I'm right at the Jansen Street.
Jansen, you ever watch Aunt and Larry? It's a Canadian show. It's hilarious. And she's always telling him what to do. So Gary calls me Jansen.
You moderate.
Now she's in her
Cover all.
Did
you know that?
Misnomer on some of these.
Oh, okay.
We're ready.
Don't shoot.
This, I want to take it for the tables on it.
Gary? So we forget it, so spelled this wrong last time.
I think I saw Gary.
doesn't get a sip by me.
No, I think I saw Gary in
I think Gary
there.
is this
By Jerry.
Oh, you got the hair?
Hey, dear Arthur, happy birthday to you.
Well, I'll make a wish. Okay. I wish everybody has good luck for the next 10 years till I come
You're not
back.
supposed to tell me.
We'll all be back on your birthday.
He looks like a little leprechaun to me. Up to mischief.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna have a
All right.
right.
Champagne glass.
I'll get the cake going here. I'll cut it for you, Art, unless you want to do it.
You cut it.
This auspicious.
The other one's a song. She's gonna recite it, so I don't do damn.
Aren't you gonna recite it?
No, she'll recite it. I'll recite the one from Aunt Addie.
Oh, the one she wrote, what was it about?
Well, it's your 21st birthday.
Oh, yeah.
You and Katie and those girls.
Does everybody have champagne?
Yep, yep.
That was in it, I remember.
I don't have it.
And, okay, Linda, coming right up.
I have it now.
Speak up, Linda, or you'll be forgotten.
Don't worry about Linda, she'll get her share.
There's a voice of I can recite that, now that I've got it in front of me, I can recite that prayer. Okay, to the happy 90th.
Happy birthday.
May you be in heaven an hour before the devil knows you're dead.
That's right.
That's right.
Yeah, this place here. Can I sit in your place?
Sure.
Sure, I sit like this.
Everybody needs to get comfortable, Alice.
You watch him, though.
Watch, we may change the slides as we drove down the highway today. Oh, yeah, I get the things of all those things. All right.
God bless me.
Betty from.
Newport Hill. All the way from Newport Hill.
So they have been talking together for the last couple of weeks, I'm sure, of a little poem that they would like to present to Art on his 90th birthday.
It's called Ode to Arthur Flynn.
Read loud.
Okay.
Listen, my children, and you shall hear an ode to Art Flynn in his 90th year. Husband and dad, grandpa and friend, when was he born? Where did it begin? Art arrived in Chicago in the winter of '03, the 12th child to be born in the Flynn family. Of 15 children, only 9 would live on. Molly, Jim, Dan, Art, and Babe, Alice, Margaret, Rose, and John.
We change that line, people.
Then Pa won a land draw in Dakota Territory. His own land, his own farm. Unlike Ireland, he was free. So with 8 kids in tow and dogs at 13, Mother Minnie made the trip, wildest sight ever seen. The prairie was tough, but so were the Flynns. And Art's mother, Minnie, knew all their sins. Art talks of the good times and troubles they shared. No one was left out, no one was spared. Pa owned a tavern and there was a farm to be run, and the chores came first. Not much time for fun. But wherever there's kids, there's fun to be had, and Art earned the title of most mischievous lad.
Wonder why.
That doesn't surprise me.
Didn't Art treat the girls to a ride down the hill and help the old lady, her jackass, to kill? Remember when Babe did his Bonnie Eyes Blue?
Yeah. Good, don't you? She was painting the goddamn woodwork in the kitchen. And I wanted to go uptown and I said, I want a clean shirt. And she didn't move or nothing. She kept painting, you know. And I said, that's the way they treat a poor son of a bitch around here. She slapped me right across the eyes with this.
What about this? And he pulled the stuffed snake up the bedside and through. Remember that when Paul bought the
circus.
The circus?
The circus
We had a
snake,
big
and they
snake.
stuffed it with salt.
We had a snake that was 6 foot long, and by God, you know, we skinned that. We turned it inside out. We didn't skin it out. We turned it inside out, and we filled it full of salt. And the goddamn thing got about 8 foot long. All that weight, you know. Yeah, and we had it in the bedroom. Nailed up on the wall, you know. And the guy from Chicago come out there and he sleeping in there. I don't know what the hell the name is. Listen, we had monkeys, 5-legged cows. Jocko. Yes. My dad would come home from the saloon and he'd sit down, he was tired. A little kerosene lamp and he'd be reading the paper and Jocko would spring and light on his shoulder and run right up to his hair looking for lice. All right. Finally fall asleep and pretty soon the monkey just jumped right through the goddamn newspaper.
Is that the one that lost his tail?
Yeah.
He lost his tail.
When he went to
You know what
school.
happened? The teacher says, that, by the way, all these little children in Gregory, they haven't been to no circuses, we don't have them out here yet. And they would enjoy, if Margaret, if you'd bring your dad's monkey to school. So anyway, they dressed the monkey up and had a little cap on him. And they brought him to school. And all the little kids were just laughing, you know, and the monkey was jumping around, you know, and the teacher says, why don't you turn it loose, Margaret? And, you know, he's used to it in there. And so anyway, she turned it loose and the monkey jumped around. And pretty soon they had an old organ over in the corner. It had a big mirror without a goddamn frame on it, just glass. And the monkey got up and he started fighting this mirror and it started falling to the floor, and before it hit the floor, the monkey was quicker. He hit the floor, but the goddamn mirror hit him right across the tail and cut his tail off. And then the monkey screamed. He just went nuts, you know. He ran all around the schoolhouse, and he tried to get out of a window, you know, that his shade. He jumped up to get out, and he grabbed a shade, and he hung onto it, and it'd slide down, and it'd go, bang, and it'd go up. And he didn't know if he was going to shit or go blind. And just imagine, he could have lost a head instead of that piece of fish.
All right, back to Gene Combe here.
Yeah, but what did your dad think about that?
All right.
It's a wonder he survived his teenage scrapes or his on-the-road job installing fire escapes. He and Otto thanked Gideon's Bible at least once or twice as they slid through Pennsylvania on the sleet and the ice.
They don't know how to tell them about that. We used to stay in hotels, you know, and have them Gideon Bibles.
They still do, by the way.
Are you ever going to give up? Anyway, I used to steal one of them and I stuck it in out a suitcase, you know. Well, we went on the road, and that day was out of Warren, Pennsylvania, and we went over a big railroad trestle up on a big viaduct that run along a mountain, and the railroad tracks was about 800 feet below. And they had a guardrail of iron pipe on there, and the goddamn car ahead was a big Studebaker, and it skidded, you know, just, you couldn't hold it on the side hill. And it hit that railing, and it just about went over this, into these railroad tracks. But anyway, we had a guy pull us in that jammed up the steering outfit in Warren. We was only 2 miles out of Warren. But that night I says, you know, after that supper, I said, we're just luckier than hell I put that Bible in your suitcase. At that hotel this morning. He said, in my suitcase? I said, why in the hell don't you look in you're the guy that's got the Bible. If you looked at that Bible, you'd have went over that goddamn thing. I opened my suitcase up and here's a Gideon Bible. You talk about people being saved by the bell. I was saved by a Bible.
Stolen one too.
Jerry, let's sit by here for a second. Pour a little champagne.
But then came so Art Flynn, for he'd found his sweet Gussie, his love oh so pretty, the hello girl. He married in the year 1930.
And we've been married ever since, and that'll be 63 years next June.
We'll drink to that.
Now we'll back up a bit to 18 when Babe wed and Art invited all the town to the old homestead. To chivalry and torment, the newlywed too, Babe vowed to get even if it was the last thing she'd do. So when Art and his bride set their tent on Grand's lawn, not a whisper was heard from the vast hidden throng. As Art danced nude in the headlights before each hidden eye, his mother no doubt wishing that she could just die.
Is that right, Art? I heard they beat you too.
But the trouble is that we was in this umbrella tent.
Yeah.
And they run up, the whole bunch come out, and the goddamnest commotion, and they tore the tent down, and we was in there just like a sack. This tent had a canvas floor in it. Here I'm in there, all I had on was a smile.
I remember something on your 50th wedding anniversary that Jerry and somebody did something.
That was it.
Come out of the tent. Yeah, that was
a commemoration skit on that.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, we set up a tent, this umbrella tent. Everybody was hiding on this front porch. His mother, you know.
Just below the railing.
Sound like the goddamn thundering herd coming in there.
We had our car facing the opening of the tent because we couldn't see, so we kept the car lights on till I got in bed. And they were watching.
More like their mother, less cunning, less noise.
Right, Bob.
Jerry was the oldest, and then there was Bob. A happy, loving family, but Pop needed a job. They came to Seattle, pulled a trailer up Madison Hill. Gussie won't forget that. The horror, the thrill.
I certainly won't, because I thought, boy, that steep hill going up Madison.
From the waterfront,
Trucks were pulling a trailer.
Yeah.
Oh.
I not only had a big trailer behind there, we had some of Alice's furniture and stuff in there. I had a great big buzz saw in there that I used back in the Midwest. I had a saw in there that was about 5 foot in diameter that I could cut a log in big as an oil barrel right off. But I had it out here, and I made some money with it. Out there at that Ford plant, when they come out, they built that, and they had about 100 piling they couldn't use, and they wanted to get rid of them. And the guy told me, he said, I'll tell you what I'll do. He says, I'll give you 2/3 of them if you cut them up. They were all this round, big piling, good and new. So I cut them up for firewood with this big saw. All I had to do was work it up and down, and we had a roller carriage on there.
And for Jerry's asthma flared up, and they moved to Deadwood.
That's a good idea.
They bought a triplex, added units, a motel. Till the taxes forced them out, they really did well. Then back to Seattle. They bought a hotel in '99, but the quality of customers wasn't always so fine. Art got a good job, bought a house, learned to fish, and Gussie and he fulfilled every wish. The boys were gone and they vacationed for fun. The kids got married and the grandkids did come. And now they have grands, great-grands, and great-greats. They're still like young lovers, those old roommates. We thank them for caring for you and for me, and we're thankful God made them part of our family. May God love you as we do.
This is a poem written in 1924 on Art's 21st birthday.
by his Aunt Addie's birthday, and he was 21 and felt quite gay. To make his birthday pleasant, Rose done her best and invited some of his friends for his guests. His old pal Catherine came to help Rose take up the rugs and carry out the stove, for those young people loved to dance and they had to have room to glide and prance. The stove was in the way. They hadn't room to glide. So Katie grabbed the stove and carried it outside. Those two girls worked hard and done their best to make things pleasant for all the rest. Eileen came next and ready for play, smiled on Arthur in her vampish way. But Arthur had another girl in his mind. Not a bobbed hair girl, but the old-fashioned kind. You could see the pleased smile that came on his face when he opened the door for Ruth and Grace. He was courteous to all, but it was plain to see the old-fashioned girl was a girl of his dream. Helen Fallon and Rose Crack came on time. Walter Charlson and Dill Pickles were first. The kind those two girls liked, you could see by a glance, for they sure got busy and asked them to dance. Bertha Charlson was invited and came too, for she had an object which we all knew. She had met a fellow and knew he'd be there with nice brown eyes and slick black hair. He was a little bow-legged, but weren't to blame. His feet weren't mates, but he got there just the same. When on Bertha he cast his lamps, his heart gave a jump at the very first glance. It was ladies choose partners, and Rose and Katie made a dive and got this fellow with the fine brown eyes. Now those two girls didn't mean any harm. They just wanted a fellow with a big strong arm. Now Rose was pigeon-toed, that's my mother, and had no grace. She was very good looking, all but her face. Katie was knock-kneed and had a crooked nose, and they both needed a developer, both Katie and Rose. Now Bertha thought the girls were going to get her guy. She rushed out on the porch and began to cry. Pete followed her out and they sat for a while. He dried her tears and she began to smile. I think this is Pete Dickman, isn't it?
Yeah, Pete Dickman.
Arthur and Katie had the floor first. Those two, and showed all the others something new. Arthur done the steppin' and Katie shook a wicked hip. The rest all looked on and they all got a tip. They done the shimmy and then the foxtrot. Eileen followed up with a big leg flop. Pete saw something that got him excited. He wouldn't have come if he'd known Eileen been invited. I don't think Eileen was all to blame. There were two other girls that I could name that wanted a fella. They didn't have any. I think those girls had got his nanny. But those two girls were both quite wise and hated to see Bertha cop the prize. One had asked him to go out with her, out to the lake, but he said it's too far. No, we figured out this is my mother. There's no hope for her. She's left in the shade. I think she's cut out to be an old maid. The other one is learning to type, working very hard, and she's all right. She will soon be in an office, for she is wise, and she'll rope in one of those old guys. And she will be an old man's honey, for Katie is the one that likes the money. She did. That's exactly what happened to her. Well, it came 12 o'clock and time to go. The girls couldn't walk on account of the snow, so Arthur volunteered to take his car and take them all, near and far. They all made a dash, but Helen got the front seat, and Arthur was pleased to have a girl so sweet cuddle down so close to his side. I am sure he, for one, enjoyed the ride. He got them all safely delivered at last. It took quite a while, for he had quite a task. He had to say goodbye to one and all, and helped them safely in, for fear they would fall. We all went to bed, but Katie was game. Who says she's not a sport is sure lame. For she waited for Arthur, went to sleep in her chair. But when he got back, brave Katie was there. You gotta know Katie, she's my godmother, I know her real well. She carried in the stove and put it up to, and done everything there was to do. Katie stayed with Rose, but they couldn't sleep. Rose yelled, "We have lost!" Katie ground her teeth. But Arthur had sweet dreams. He dreamed he was a sheik with a harem full of beauties. He laughed for a week. And what I have written is true, I must say, for this happened on Arthur's 21st birthday.
That's not true, is it, Dan?
Yeah.
Sure. Yes, I can see it.
Oh, Danny boy, the pipes are calling from glen to glen and down the mountainside. The summer's gone and all the roses falling. It's you, must go and I must buy. But come ye back when summer's in the meadow, or when the valley's hushed and white with snow. It's I'll be here in sunshine or in shadow. Oh, Danny boy, I love you so. Flowers are dying. If I am dead, as dead I well may be. We'll the place I am lying and say I'm
And I shall hear
the secret above me, and all my grave will warmer, sweeter be. For you will and tell me that you love me, and I shall sleep in peace until you come for me.
Enough of that sad stuff. Let's get something to sing.
I don't think we're supposed to sing the thing.
This is Art Johnson's house. I'm standing on the porch of Valletta Johnson, or Sis Johnson's house. We're on Hood Canal. This is all taken off of Art Johnson's front porch. That's the resort up the street. or up the bay on Hood Canal.
Things he can't do like his yard work. He can't do. He gets up and
Okay, here he is.
We need
There he is.
This is right after he was hit with the truck. Still walking.
Man fights delivery truck, man wins.
Well, he's finally starting to act his age, isn't he? Kind of hobbling around and.
That poor delivery truck would never know what hit him.
No.
Knocked the radiator clear off.
Well, tell us again, Dad, how you were looking at this girl and didn't see the truck? Is
That's
that?
what that guy driving the truck was looking at a woman.
You saw the woman, though, right?
At the
Look,
woman.
there was
You saw the woman?
No, I saw a woman.
I bet
there,
it
and
was Dad looking at
And this
the woman.
guy, I think he was looking at her. She had a shopping
Bob
cart
wanted
waiting.
red. Is that what he said?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that's the truth.
Now, he was gonna do me such a big favor,
What?
take the shopping
From
cart.
now on, I bet those carts are going to be out in the lot.
No, I'll tell you what's going to
They're out
happen.
in front
From
of the
now
store.
on, when you got a shopping cart, if it's on the hillside and you don't want to take it, lay the sound of the gun on the side.
You were on a hill?
What?
You were on a hill?
On the hillside.
Kind of hillside.
That's where we can. That's where we stop our cars. All
Oh.
kind of rolling along there.
All right.
Okay.
Yesterday, I told Bob, you know, the day before, the adjuster is coming on Wednesday. Then afterwards, I looked at the date on the calendar, and the 18th comes on Thursday. So I thought, oh my God, I've got to let Bob know because he may turn down some appointment or some necessary
That's
thing.
right.
you
He
know.
probably would have.
So
yes.
anyway, there was nobody home, and I called the office. So
And he wasn't there.
He wasn't there. They said they'll put on his answering service.
Yeah.
And I'm always scared to talk on
Yeah,
answering
you
service.
should-
I don't know
Listen, when
why.
I see an
Why
ad
not?
in the paper,
I do
somebody
so.
So
else
did
will
you
sell
talk
something.
on
You
his
did.
So
answer?
I did.
Yes, you
And I
did.
And I
talked so,
called her back because of that.
and I talked so fast. I forget what I said. I said the adjuster doesn't come till Thursday. This is your mom. Call 932-7741.
You didn't know
This is
that.
your mom.
Jesse,
You know,
what on
I'd
those
rather talk to a
recordings,
person than
you
to
can
the
talk
answering
for
service.
as long as
You
you
know,
want,
I see on the ad
as slow
somebody
as you
got something.
want. There's
really?
no,
I call
And I
them
tried
and
to
they
it
talk
could
so
go,
fast.
you know how long
Yeah,
that
when they
tape
got
goes
answer,
for about
I
an
just
hour and a half.
That's it.
I bet I would. I would love to see all the hustle bustle of the activity.
Hey, I'm glad you asked because we have it on tape.
Anytime.
Oh, you
We
do?
have Hong Kong, the hustle and
I would
bustle,
love
and
to
I'll save you a $10,000 trip to.
Oh, no, you
can
want
see it
Jerry?
on
I
the-
How much do I have to
want to
pay you
go
to
to
see the
Hong
tape?
Kong.
No, you.
Tape's not where I want to go.
Oh.
I want to go shoppy.
Hey, you can
I
see
can't
Linda
shop here.
shopping.
You drop.
Hey, you don't want to buy anything in Hong Kong. Everything's more expensive.
Are going to Japan.
To you, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Gussie. Happy birthday to you.
Okay.
Oh, now wait a minute. Make your wish.
You
You got to
wish?
really
You have a
inhale.
wish, Mom?
Look at all those
You have a
candles.
wish, right?
Wait a minute, I've got to make my
You gotta
Oh, you
wish.
have to make a wish.
Okay, wish.
Wait a
Eight and
minute.
6.
Have to stop and think a little bit.
Okay. We won't interrupt your thinking.
Make a
No.
good wish now.
Okay.
Okay.
Boy, she blew the frosting off the cake. Wow.
Oh, those candles, that's about a job.
Better than I do.
It wasn't even a struggle.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is something else.
Candle just laid out on that.
Look at the smoke from it.
Right, that was
Yeah.
Jeez.
That's a good one.
That is really something.
I never saw a cake go out that goddamn fast. Remember when Bob tried to blow it out one time?
He was laughing.
No, he.